called lying about it. When you lie about it, you automatically go back to being Satan's servant until you stop lying. Now, you can be 0 to 100% for Jesus too, right? You know what that means. But you can be 0 to 30, 30 to 60, and 60 to 100, right? Now, you're better to be from 60 to 100, of course, that's in the hot range. The lukewarm range is between 30 to 60, of course, and then the cold range is 0 to 30, right? Percent following Jesus. Now, we've all heard of Jesus, right? But different people believe different things about him. Now, the problem is when you write about someone 500 years later, Muhammad, or Muslims, or Islamists, you can't give a proper witness. And it's wrong of you to judge a matter that long because of another belief system that rose up 325 years later, and you're not hearing all the details of it. That's a problem with religion too. Sometimes when you listen to someone, right, because the Bible does talk of a prophet whom you shall listen to, and he's the last prophet, right? There's really not such thing as the last prophet with God, right? Either. That's a catch-22 sometimes, right? Now, if you are, which means you're here, was, and are to come, right? That's talking about past, present, and future as well. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. You have a present you're in now. We second ago, the past, right? And you're also heading towards the future, right? Every second you're in the present, though, too, right? But you're also planning a future for yourself based upon your past to the present to the future. And you set a plan for each day. Now, a true Christian says, the Lord's will be done in my life every day. And as I go through my life. And I got to treat people kinder than they treat me. I got to go to my better angels or my age, even if they want to harm me. I'm not here to harm them. They're confused by evil. And they don't know good from evil anymore. And I got to show them the power of good to overcome evil. That's why Paul said, be not overcome with evil, but rather overcome evil with good. But then you got to learn to be totally good all the time, as best you can, right? Now, say you're 97 to 99% trying to be good, right? Jesus covers that 1% too. If you're like trying to find a wife, which is a good thing according to Solomon, who had 1,000 wives, by the way, which might be a little odd for you to understand that. Some men had a lot of women in the Bible. Like I heard, Wilt Chamberlain had 10,000 girlfriends or lovers, right? I heard Fidel Castro, who was a dictator, might have had 35,000 women as maybe slaves to him, right? Because they didn't really have a choice. Well, what's the difference between Wilt Chamberlain being a star and the women consenting to be with him, and Fidel Castro? He probably forced the women to be with him who were with him, right? But with Wilt Chamberlain, it was what? Consensual sex. The women chose to be with him. There's a difference in how you make love to a woman, too. Do you do so with love and emotion and trying to make love to her, or do you just treat her like she's a piece of meat and bang her and then you're done and then walk away from her like, take that and like it? That's all I'm going to give you, right? Or do you really take your time to care about the woman and try to make her feel good and come back for more? That's kind of the point, too, I know. Now, when a man touches you and he cares about you, he's going to touch you real slow, real careful, and try to touch your sensitive areas of the body. And make you feel good, and make you feel good. To come back for more. In midnight hour, she cried more, with a rebel, yeah. Quote Billy Idol. More. Ah. And impersonating briefly. Now, my name is Shane Lee, and I'm doing an impersonation of the rock star Billy Idol, who I like listening to on the radio. And Though I seek your permission to do it too, Billy. I don't know how to get in touch with you, so please excuse my using fair use to demonstrate impersonation as a teaching tool. Now, I've heard some of y'all use autotune. I don't think you use it, do you? I hope you don't. I don't think you need to. I think you got a great voice, though. Right. And I believe you can really do it, too. I'm not judging, though. Either way. Now, I think some people just learn they can do things and do it anyway. And you got kind of a rocker style voice, and it sounds good to me. That's critiquing it, by the way. That's the way you use fair use, Billy. And with respect to your music, with respect to your music, because I like your stuff. You know what I mean? Though, yes, flattery will get you everywhere, and I'm not like one of these, critics who might like classical music judging a rock star. You know what I mean? I kind of like rock music, so maybe I'm biased or something. But anyway, thanks for letting me use the quote anyway. It's also a quote, by the way. Sometimes women do with the rebel yell, cry more, more, more. So I agree with that statement too. I see that makes it fair use. That makes it fair use. Now, y'all gotta kind of get a little bit looser though with your copyright laws. You're not even letting people sing it as a cappella singing, or teach people how to play it, which is legal. You're kind of getting a little away from copyright law into it's all about the money, honey. And see, the thing about impersonators, they can just do that, right? If it's a female voice I want to impersonate, I can do that. Or a male voice, right? Because my vocal range is almost 100%, right? 7 octaves, right? Similar mini, similar mini. Are you ready? That's what I'm tad off, but I'm trying to warm you up to it a little bit more. And not freak you out. Not freak you out. Hope it don't mind. I know your mother, Minnie Riperton, or my Minnie Rudolph, and though I didn't make connections till later on, is the first woman to do whistle. Now, when she's around the house, she can really do it, I bet. Yeah. So I don't think it's autotune either, right? That's not autotune, is it? No, I don't think so. Either. And whistle is developed by some people, I know. Especially when they get a cold, Mariah, like you did, like you did. Well, that's why I was demonstrating to back you up. And so even the male with a cold mic can do it. Now that was back in 2008 or something, right? And again, you can't stereotype people you don't know them, right? Mentally or not. We all do that. I hope you would know that. I'm not trying to be rude, but I know of you. I know of you too. Now there I'm trying to understand whoever's attacking me has pull within me, see, right? You even got Jimmy Fallon to a skit, honey. And you're attacking a fan who always has an unusual voice and just trying to explain it to you, but you're off in your own little world. So the problem with you celebrities, you also isolate yourself from the world. You think you know everything and you don't. You think you've heard everything and done everything you can do, right? Well, there's more things out there than heaven and earth than you can see sometimes, right? There might even be fairies in heaven, but not in earth because we're so violent, right? That's what I mean, right? What I'm trying to explain to people, you're violent people, you're a violent race. Fairies are little woodland humanoid creatures that can fly. Well, you knocking down all these forests, they can't live here, they can't live here. Plus, your blood is partially iron, right? He was your arch native, right? Mm-hmm. And again, right, we misjudge things we don't understand, right? And it's hard for us to really believe in people. Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, I'm trying to get you comfortable with what I can do, but I can do it whether you like it or not. Right? I'm trying to be cool about it, right? But you got to be cool about it too. But honey, I'm a disabled veteran from Georgia now. I'm not hiding nothing. But you act like you are. So anyway, um, we need to work out peace though over war. And you know I'm alone. Nobody's here. I don't have a little girl in the house. I don't have to sing hi. Like, you know that don't happen. You know that don't happen. I lost the peace. I'm sorry if you did. There is still time. Ooh, in time, we could have been so much more. Quote, Boy George. How you doing, boy? Good luck in your relationships. God bless your future husband or spouse. Now, even though I'm straight, I learned I'm not to judge even homosexuals and their wanting a relationship with the same sex. Now, that might make you mad with some Christians who think they're trying to protect you, but in a way they're right, but in a way they're wrong, right? But overcome evil with good, even their evil, even their confusion over what you can or can't do, right? Just treat people right and good things will happen to you. Treat them wrong and ignore them. Do you. And though I feel straight, I respect your right to find someone who loves you if you want someone of the opposite, same sex, or you're a little bi or whatever. Even if you don't want sex, that's good too. Sometimes it's a problem to get people pregnant and don't even know it sometimes. But be of courage, Jesus has overcome the world. It's not over yet. You're not the fat lady just because you're fat. Ari. Well, you know I don't do that. I don't look at people as weight or fat or thin. You're just a girl whose body has problems with calories, right? And you look what would be considered as a larger female. But you're still a young lady and you have a beautiful face. Kind of look cherry, but good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right.